welcome to Fake Deep Thinking, just a group of guys talking about a bunch of bullshit. Today we have with us John.
In Jesus Christ I pray.
Doc.
What's up, y'all?
And myself, Eugene. Alright, well, based off John's introduction, you have an idea what we're getting into first. That is Lil Nas' shoe. So let me pull it up right here.
Can we couple the shoe with the video as one thing?
Can you sell like an accessory called the Devil's Shoehorn?
Ooh.
I'm gonna start marketing it.
Gosh, please no, Doc. So you said, yeah, we got the, here, let me pull the video right next to it. So you got the shoe right here that came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's pulled up right here what it looks like. It's a black shoe with Luke 10:18 on the, the foot area. Mm-hmm. Then the back, 6 out of 666, because they only made 666 of these shoes. Mm-hmm. And apparently there's actually, I forgot the exact amount, maybe it says in here in this article somewhere, of actual human blood. But it's like a drop. 1 cc, there you go. 1 cc of human blood is in this shoe.
What the?
Yeah. And then you said coupled with the video. So he also came out with an apology video too about this. Well, I'm reluctant to say apology video.
He did not apologize at all.
And I don't really want to play it because we watched
we got what's that guy? Never gonna give you up.
Rick Roll.
We got Rick Roll.
Yeah, he just Rick Rolls you with his own song.
He Rick Rolled.
He Rick Rolled this. I ain't gonna lie to you now.
So I guess the first topic is just the shoe period. Like, what do y'all think about the shoe?
Honestly speaking, I'm a fan of Air Max 97s. It's one of my favorite Air Maxes. As a black and red shoe, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I was about to say aesthetically, it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm actually about it.
Yeah,
it's a black and red shoe. I'm not big on the 666 stuff.
Nope.
The anagram. I know there's demonology behind the anagram and all that type of stuff, but sincerely, in my heart, I don't believe in demonology. So, like, I believe in
spirits. What do you mean?
Like
the study of demons? Because that's all demonology is.
Yeah, but I mean,
you don't believe in demons?
Its truism. I don't believe it being, like, you know what I'm saying? So, okay. I don't believe, when I see that star, I see it as more of a design of anarchy, like anti-culture clothing. Anytime I see that star, or when I see that big A, you know what I'm saying? The anarchist A. Yeah, I just see it as anti-culture clothing. But he definitely...
Anti for the sake of being anti.
He definitely coupled this with a message. So everything I'm saying doesn't matter. Because he coupled it with the message that was clear. Do you want to read the...
Yeah, and then I was on the shoe at Luke 10:18. I pulled up here what Luke 10:18 means. So passage 19 from Luke 10 says, "Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you." Nothing shall by any means hurt you.
That's some thought in that.
Yeah, but it's funny because, what is it, the passage before that? Yeah, before that, the passage before that, 18, is, "He said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven." So Satan fell from heaven, and he's putting this on a shoe that's...
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense because the video.
I didn't watch the video. I saw the clip because of the apology. I refused to watch the video.
Of him on a stripper pole from somewhere descending down to heaven, to hell. So in my opinion, like I'm not gonna act like I don't understand what pseudo moral message he was trying to say, which is, if you're condemning me to hell, if Christian communities are condemning me to hell, then I'm just gonna I'm gonna be the king of whatever they're condemning me of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a story of vengeance.
He's owning up, because even in the video he kills the devil and takes over. So, like, I get that, but my problem...
The whole video is, like, him playing in the Garden of Eden by himself and, like, enjoying it, and then he falls in love with a man who just happens to be the serpent, and then he's put before a trial and he's condemned, and so they send him down to hell, but when they finally send him, he decides to, like, stripper pole his way down. Like, it's the pole that everybody gets sent to hell through. But when he goes through it, he enjoys the process because he just, like, accepts it, and then he ends up being essentially the devil's whore and then takes over hell.
Mm-hmm.
I have so much wrong with this.
Okay, so my to try and take I'm not gonna try to attack him. So the thing I didn't like about I'm gonna just critique, like, the video itself and the shoes. We can talk about him, but
no,
I personally...
the only thing, go for it, because the only thing I really care about is, I don't really I don't care. I'm starting to get to a point where I don't care about the music video, how you want to portray yourself artistically or whatever. Like, people have their ways. I'm starting to become less desensitized to it. It's if I find annoying, it is annoying. Same with the shoe. The thing that bothered me was he actually said his target audience, even with all this stuff he's doing, is children.
Exactly.
That is the only thing that grinds my gears.
I think that being the center should make everything else grind your gears too.
It does. That's the only thing I want to focus on, though.
I feel you, because for me,
because everything else will just.
For me, first off, his whole audience that brought him to where he was today is children.
Yeah,
it's a children fan base. Like, it started with children, it ended with children. It's always been children. So it's for me is that even if you don't believe in somebody's religion, the point of when he's doing that with the devil, he's actually attacking a religion.
I would agree
in a way. And so it's not necessarily like, if you don't believe in it, don't make fun of it, is what I'm saying. Like, as a Christian person, I don't have artistic takes or artistic videos on Muhammad or Islam, because maybe
or Buddhism or all that stuff out there. Yeah,
I don't necessarily believe in it. So I just feel like it's a weird space to operate if you don't believe, to then chastise somebody based on, like, it's. But I get he feels it's defensive. He feels this whole thing is defensive and liberating.
I
think he's lost.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like this has already been played out, man. But I think it's because, like, we come from different backgrounds. Like, for me, I grew up listening to heavy metal. Like, this stuff is common. Like, I find it funny.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen this. Like, I mean, you listen to all the Iron Maiden albums, 666, the Number of the Beast is on there. And, like, you know, you have, like, 2 Minutes to Midnight, which is about killing people in the middle of the night. Like, kill the unborn in the womb. And you have, like, them scaring white people and like Christians and stuff like that. Or
that's an interesting
now
point.
It's just general Christians, like, not even just like a specific
that's an
people.
interesting point.
But it's just like they've been scaring them since like the 80s, dude. I remember I've seen heavy metal albums and everything. This is the first time hip hop's kind of going into it,
and that's
like, it's just like,
and
so when I'm
also,
watching it, I'm just like, you kids.
We're not gonna call this hip hop.
I think it is, man.
It is
not
hip-hop.
Like, it still
he didn't
is.
rap a single lick of anything.
I mean, I don't know.
I thought there's differentiation between hip hop and rap.
There,
I thought hip hop focused more on the beat, whereas rap actually focused on the lyricism.
Hip hop is a genre, and rap is part of the lyricism. But even the RPM, the beat, like, everything about the song, there's no hip. It's not even a hip hop beat.
Honestly, I haven't seen the video or even heard the song, so I really have nowhere to talk on this one.
And the song is all right. It's not a bad song.
Yeah, I mean, he's just singing about doing cocaine and having fun. Like, dude, that's heavy metal. That's fab metal. Like, come on. It's just the beat changed, or he changed the song itself to be whatever he classified as hip hop or rap. But I don't really know for sure. But yeah, so it's just interesting that he, in a weird way, he is really blending different genres together.
100%.
Like, he incepted, country music, and now he's doing like hip hop with a metal flair.
Thing,
yeah, 100%.
And so, even this like pentagram and stuff like that, like you see it on like Rush albums, even though it's the star as opposed to the pentagram. Like,
I don't want to.
See, I agree with you, Doc. I'm just reluctant though I'm reluctant to give it to him. No. But I see what I clearly.
He's not incepting it. That's the only thing I have a problem with. I agree that he's doing it. We have Lil Uzi for how long? We've had Playboi Carti for how long? Like, Playboi Carti's whole last album was damn near, like, we talked about the cover, like, whole lot of red, like, he's been wearing the paint polish and doing all this stuff. We've never seen this visually taken this far.
Maybe that's the true issue is, well, what about Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah, dude.
They were pretty wild.
He turns into a werewolf. He bites bats. He turns into a demon. He's the devil on like some of the albums. Like,
yeah, but
that's
was
what I'm
Ozzy
saying.
Osbourne
like,
ever appealing to kids?
That's why.
That's
the difference. You are right about that.
That's my thing.
That is a key difference.
And then the thing is, you're teaching kids to attack something, and it's different if you're. And I understand. Okay, so this is the thing. I always find it interesting.
It's not attack, just be vindictive, because you said this came from a place of being defensive.
It's attacking the religion. It's attacking the religion because you want to point out certain. You point out things like this early enough, you change a lot of things, especially developmentally wise or whatever. But him choosing to go out of his way to do this specifically, put the Bible verse, do this. First off,
Bible verse,
it's him getting ahead of when he came out the closet. The LGBT community ate him up, right? He got popular. This is him trying to get ahead of the clout chase or whatever it is. He sees that
Did
the
he
Christian
even get
community
feedback like that when he came out? I thought he got a
lot of.
He
got
did
a lot of excellent feedback.
Oh, excellent feedback. I mean, like blowback, like
No,
negative.
he ain't got- he
Yeah,
got-
I didn't think he got
no
anything
hate,
negative
nothing
from
like
it.
that.
So that's
So
why.
Nick
Where is this
Young
coming
got attacked.
from?
Nick Young got attacked because he said, "I won't let my children listen to your music anymore." And his response was, "Old Town Road was about adultery and doing drugs, and you let them listen to that." And so my response now is, I find it interesting when people say they blame celebrities or people on TV for things their kids do, right? And then the person's like, "Oh, you're supposed to raise your own kid." I agree, right? Supposed to raise my own kid, right? Now, what is this?
I think it goes both ways to a degree.
But what is this? Is this not you trying to put something in my kid's mind? That
He said it's what his goal
and
is.
It's different if the moral of the story is unity. It's way more specific than that. It's way more specific than don't judge, don't castigate. It's way more specific than that. And so now there's a glorification of everything that's going on here. 4 kids.
Yeah, because you're gonna catch on, dude. As big as, even if like the parents catch wind of it first, like they know Lil Nas. He's basically a jingle in all their heads. I've literally heard children just humming Old Town Road.
It's like turning Santa into a villain after he's already been Santa.
Yeah, and then, you know, and it's just funny because like they're gonna get a hold of this. Like one kid's gonna bring a phone to school. All of them are gonna have their phones and be like, "Dude, let's watch the new Lil Nas video," and be like, "What the hell?"
And so Nike has sued Mischief for the people that are in charge of the collab. But I also like to point out Mischief dropped a holy water version.
You sent that in the group chat.
They dropped a holy water version that sells for way much more.
They sued him. Interesting.
They sued him.
Yeah, Nike. Yeah.
I think the intentions are, when you add that drop of blood, of human blood, I think I don't think you can deny the intention after, like,
there's an unnecessary cherry on top.
Exactly.
Like if you just wanted, like, I think with Doc's notion, it was an interesting viewpoint to look from. I didn't think about that when he said it, change it up, like rock, heavy metal, like completely. Like I instantly thought of Ozzy Osbourne, of Kiss, of all those things. I was like, dude, they're good music, good bands, but like you said,
why don't they get? Is the question why didn't they get as judged as he is right now?
No, they definitely got judged at the time.
Though it's just, but like I honestly think the big key is that like Iron Maiden didn't show up playing at like little kids.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes. that's why I preface. The only thing that really bothers me in this is just the fact that he stated out of his own mouth, "I want to target kids. My target audience is kids."
When you look at him talk, okay, this is my actual thing. This is why I want to separate the music video and the him. When you listen to him talk, he gives you moments of he's a full-on troll.
I mean, look, like you said,
like
you said, his apology video. It's literally just the first 5 seconds is him about to get an apology. Then it cuts into his music video saying, "What was it? F it,
and then ride. Let's ride."
And then it's pretty much the controversial scene of him with the devil giving it a lap dance.
And this has already 5 million views in 3 days.
Wow.
Okay, and this is the apology video.
I didn't even notice that.
So
wow.
When you listen to him talk, right, and you look at him, he always sounds, when he speaks, he's always like, "Oh, my anxiety, my this and this." And the second you give him the
room,
he flips it like a troll would. Like, he sincerely has no motive. It's almost like this is an unmotivated, like, he just wants to real life troll. Like, literally, like, it just.
He just wants to watch the world burn.
There's
like
no
he burns
emotion.
you and then he rolls on his belly so you don't hit him, and then
he's like, "Oh, I'm
like, dude."
Exactly. He's like, "Oh, I have anxiety. I have this. And you're like, "Okay, we understand you." And then you drop this. Like, the people that were. Okay, so for example, if his purpose is really to unify people and to, if his purpose is really to unify people, and you saw what Gene did.
Yeah, for those of us, or for those of you who can't see, Gene just downvoted Wouldn't his
dislike
his cause have been better served by continuing to do what he was doing? As far as
continuing
Old Town Road, like, not that type of music, but like, he was talking to kids, he was open about his gayness, he was making music, and he was still performing, but there was no sexual anything in it. So it was just like a understanding of this person is different from me. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to teach somebody about a different way of life, this isn't the way. This isn't the way to integrate anybody or to inundate anybody with anything. Like, there's no way a parent or anybody who, you know what I'm saying? And then there's a cc of blood, human blood. Where,
dude, that's
in the pandemic,
there's no,
where
like,
that blood got corona in it.
I really feel like there should have been.
Yeah, that's actually
That's a good
huge
point.
issue.
Yeah.
Like, this man trying to kill people.
I just really feel like in this process, like, where did you not hit a speed bump or some kind of checkpoint where, like, all right, is this too far? Because, like Doc said, like,
A
heavy
troll
metal, like,
doesn't look
sure,
bad.
the shoe with, you know, blah, blah, it's heavy metal. Like, it's heavy metal. If that's the, like you said, he's with the country thing, he's trying to do that now with heavy metal, hip hop, whatever. Sure. But isn't there a point,
Ozzy,
bro? Like, you
isn't
didn't
it-
think?
Wasn't it
And you're
Ozzy
right with the
that bit the
Ozzy
bat?
thing. Yeah, it was
Was it Ozzy that bit the bat?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you something. Do y'all think he was any type of sober when he bit that bat?
No, he was not.
Everything Lil Nas does is so well planned out.
Is that worse?
Yes.
No, I agree. I'm just asking a general question.
Y'all better not answer no. Yes. Everything Lil Nas has not done anything on accident. Even the artwork.
It's
for everything
malicious.
He does. Everything he does. The art, even his old music, the artwork. If you go back and peep it before he came out the closet, there was like hidden rainbows and shit. There was like a lot of subtle signs to it. And then like even the song, he said the song's about he fell in love with a guy and they fell in love with a guy last summer and they promised that they would stay in the closet and take the secret to their grave forever. But even that itself is an appeal to the LGBTQ community to support me. And so like Nick Young said he's not going to let his kids watch his music videos anymore or listen to his music. And they immediately attacked him. Didn't you cheat on your wife? Yes, but I also do not want my kids to watch videos with the devil in it. Is that not okay? Is there no middle?
But yeah.
Is there no middle between
You know,
that?
a line? Like, do we just, I don't know.
And then we're reaching a place now, and it's funny, the snake eating a tail pops up. YouTube, I actually thought about it recently. The fact that naked yoga exists on YouTube, but porn was taken off since YouTube's inception is wild. And that's literally the full circle of it. As soon as we label something that's freeing, feminism, something that's socially responsible, we can respectable actually. We can put anything on it. Now, if that girl said, "I'm getting plowed from the back, and this is me being empowered," and somehow we're gonna get to a point where somebody can put a porn on YouTube.
No. A girl getting plowed from the back, but there's something like that, but it's not girls. It's men. There's a YouTube video on YouTube of men sticking stuff up their butt on YouTube.
You know what I'm saying?
Still there? Is it like a?
I don't know if it's
You
still.
get what I'm saying? And it doesn't get
They're
removed
allowing
anymore
under?
before any nudity of any sort form will get
There's no
removed.
nudity, but it's.
But you know what I'm saying? Any like weird shit like that would get removed. But
I mean,
now,
I only thought thumbnail. I was like, I'm not watching.
when we were
this.
kids, we had to go to
I just
E-Bombs
know
World.
it existed at E-Bombs World.
When we were kids, we had to go to weird sites to watch weird shit.
Yes.
2 Girls, 1 Cup, whatever the fuck that shit was.
Blue waffle.
It had to be a link. These things weren't just here. So now
You had to go out of
we're
your
reaching
way
a
to find
place
them.
where YouTube can't even uphold its own standards because the verbiage on certain things is fickle.
I think it's because they can't figure it out, man. Because there's both sides pushing in, and they're trying to appease both sides at the same time. And they're caught in the middle, and it's
You
just
just
like,
gotta draw a line and stick to that line. What's wrong with drawing lines? We're so afraid of putting our foot in the ground
Well,
and not moving anymore. We want to appease everybody.
So they do, but when they do it, they have to like.
They don't, but okay.
Well, okay, because let me rebuttal to that. So like they do, but the hard part is you can't define the line thick enough to get both sides completely suppressed. You know what I mean? So like they say like, hey, don't do that, and then this side starts looking for a different way in, and then this side goes like this way, and then they change the policies dependingly to be like, okay, so clearly the right's being upset because of naked yoga, so we're gonna cut out naked yoga. Okay, so the current president is Republican, so that's good for them. They're happy with that. Okay, now this side's getting mad. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and they're just like kind of like mediating back and forth, trying to like just.
They're day traders.
Seems exhausting, dude.
They're day traders.
It's super exhausting.
Social day traders.
That's pretty much what they have to do though, and it's like the whole gun thing, the reason why it's down is because they're scared of promoting violence. So like that's why they have like strict policies with the gun stuff like that. And then with the sex thing, I actually think John's like got a point, and it's gonna come up soon that they're gonna just completely cut like a lot of stuff off of social medias, but because of that. Now, remember, some of these sites are global, so do it on a global level, per culture, per country.
Some countries are worse with their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And dude,
Either they're worse or they're more
like,
strict.
So they to help people understand it in like their platforms and stuff like that, they write really general policies. They're just like, we don't promote sex and violence, and everyone's like, is it bikini sex? Is me cutting my finger on YouTube violence? Let's find out. And then they just start putting crap up, and and they have to deal with that. Like that's the tricky part about it. It's so big that it's just exhausting, man.
100%. I can see that. I can see that. I'll cut some slack for that, but still, there has to be okay, this is too much.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm right there with you.
Like
too,
you're
John.
lying.
I agree.
Lil Nas, I understand what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
But that Lil Nas video is nowhere near that line. This Lil Nas video is way past them, even just religious reasons. Even for just religious reasons.
I know. I feel like a lot of things.
I think if they take it down for religion, because there's actually a Satanist sect in the United States, that's gonna flare up, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, we're suppressing their religious views." God damn it!
Snake eating itself, literally.
All right. Well, what? Anything to say about the Nike lawsuit?
Oh no, Nike doing this to try and get everybody off their bumper. They waited a whole day.
Because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like they made that thing. Like,
yeah, my first
when I first
question
saw it, I was
was
like, why would Nike do that? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, dude, I thought the same. Like, dude, there's no way Nike approved this. Like, that's.
I was like, bro, for hitting
move.
multi-billion-dollar level traded company, they got some balls, man. They were like, let's throw it away. Let's see what happens.
But hey, we're gonna drop the Jesus version too. That's when I was like, oh, they wild.
At least they're consistent, right?
Like,
or fair.
Fucking wild. Holy water from the river of Jordan. I'll slap you.
All right, let's move on from Lil Nas because this is hard for me. I'm not gonna lie. Let's get into some. What is it? YouTube drama, I guess. So, relationship guru Derrick Jaxon exposed for serial cheating on wife.
Please pull up a picture of his wife, or pull up any video
She's
of
right
his.
here.
Oh,
yeah, it's right down here. I'll read a couple paragraphs of the article and we'll get into it.
Oh yes, this is a good picture.
So, this love doctor got a taste of his own medicine. A relationship guru with 1.3 million Instagram followers has confessed to having multiple affairs after fans uncovered his indiscretions. Derrick Jaxn, who preaches health and unity relationships, took to Instagram Monday to confess in a video in which his wife, Denia Jaxon. Denial?
I'm trying to tell you, Gene.
Also appeared. The truth is, Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage, he said to the camera. Speaking about himself in third person, really?
He does.
He does?
He speaks about himself in third person.
All of it falls under the category of cheating, affairs, stepping out. The video, dubbed cringeworthy by fans, has amassed 2.6 million views in one day on Instagram, another 600,000 on YouTube. I saw clips from the Auburn Preached, but that's about it.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah, they covered it, but they had clips of it. Blah, blah, blah. 2 million views in one day, Instagram, another 600,000 on YouTube, and 500,000 on Facebook. The last paragraph, then we'll get into it. According to Essence, online gossip about Jackson's affairs began appearing in early March. This week, Candice de Medeiros, sorry if I butchered that, claimed to have had an affair with him after he allegedly told her that he and his wife were separated. That's always the excuse, right? The Daily Mail reports that de Medeiros, I'm butchering that, claimed... Doc, how do you say that?
Is it Latin?
Medieros?
It looks Latin to me.
Medieros?
The Medieros.
Thank you. I tried.
Right? Look at it. My man. Claimed that she and Jaxn texted through the summer of 2020, spent his birthday together, and slept in the bed that she shares with his wife. Wow.
Now, his first video... Wait. Before the wife video, and he admitted it, his first video was, we had sexual relations without having sex.
Wait, what?
I'm just letting y'all know what he said.
We had sexual relations without having sex.
Mm-hmm.
I know what he means, but...
Why not just say we didn't have intercourse?
Yeah, there you go.
I did not have sexual relations
with that woman.
That's what he should have said.
Every time we all know once we hear that, that's a lie.
That's a fucking lie.
I feel bad for her.
Oh man, she's not gonna make you feel bad for her.
Why?
Have you seen her videos?
No, I've not seen any of her videos.
She's posted a couple of her videos, and there's one that you guys should really, really watch. Oh man, it's a. She's calling on the blood of Jesus. He's her shield and buckler. This. What is it? What do you call it? Beret. This is my beret of truth. Like, this lady is in denial, and she's just leaning on God, super uber religious.
What do you mean denial? That he didn't cheat, or
no? That
he's actually
she's being
a good
manipulated.
guy. Oh, okay.
She believes, I mean, well, she's not being manipulated if he's being honest with her, but like, you should just watch it. You should just.
Well, I mean, he
and
is being
she's getting
manipulated.
all her guidance from like.
What do you mean he is being manipulative?
And then for him to let her even to bring her in front of people. That's look. My wife's okay with it. You guys should be okay with it. It's.
I don't like
there's
that.
So many
I agree.
levels.
Yeah.
And then his whole thing. He has books on what is it? Healing without hurting. Like his whole platform is based off judging men who cheat and trying to catch men who cheat.
Damn, that sucks.
Dude, his platform.
They found out in some of the videos in
ruined.
the background, it was him leaving the goddamn bitch's house that he was cheating with. In the video, he talking about, yeah, what you doing? Sitting on the couch, life passing you by, sign up for ITT Tech while he's on the goddamn car, right? And you can see the girl's house in the background. She's like, yeah, those are my banisters.
I guess it does make sense. He's a relationship guru, so he's had a lot of relationships. He's completely overlooked
narcissistic.
The one that matters.
He's completely
Dude,
narcissistic.
he's a narcissist, dude.
Yeah.
And he talks about himself in third person, no accountability. He's talking about Derrick Jaxn.
Well, can you say no accountability? Because he did come out and confess to it.
He came out and confessed on Derrick Jaxn.
When he talks about himself, does he say his full name?
That's what the quote was, isn't it? The quote was said is where was the quote? It said his full name. I thought.
Derrick Jaxn.
The truth is, yeah. See right here. This is a direct quote. The truth is talking about himself in the third person. The truth is Derrick Jaxn was involved. Dude, yes.
Please just click the. Doc, go find it. Somebody go find the wife's video or something. One of these videos need to be clicked.
Why?
It's so bad. So bad.
I'm just gonna. It's up to y'all if y'all want to go find the actual clip, but I would recommend going and watch the Auburn Preach one because they make a funny little clip of all the stuff, and it's pretty funny. But I don't know.
The wife is just. I pity her, dude, because she says, I got permission from my pastor,
To do what?
She's doing the right thing. Like, the way she.
But what's the right thing?
Religion
what do you?
To stay
She's
with
taking
him.
him back.
Oh.
She has forgiven him, and they have started a new chapter. The bullshit chapter. This is real drama comes through.
Really, all their income probably comes from this, and it doesn't make sense for a divorce.
Yeah, I said this to you earlier. What was the percentage? I think Kevin Samuels has talked about this before. That above a certain net worth, it's very women and men married couples. They just don't get divorced because it's not doesn't make sense economically. Like, we make this much money together. Why would we ruin that?
And also, technically speaking, his whole platform is based off of. Okay, let me put it like this: I see her as a sheltered woman, shielded. Oh, honey, you stay inside. No, you don't have to get your hair done. Like, all these things that he's saying that would be empowering to her. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do this. It's slick. It's double-edged.
It's controlling her.
He's saying it to keep her
dude,
away
that's such
from.
a mind fuck, dude. He's literally saying these things, and he's doing it in front of people that are like positive, and then he's cheating on her with women who are not doing that.
Exactly.
So, like, can you imagine the fucking cognitive dissonance of just seeing an action that is completely different than what he's saying and just being like, what the fuck? Like, dude, she's fucked in the head, man, right now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's why I feel bad for her.
Exactly. And so she's now coming out. She thinks she can actually sway the opinion of people on the internet to be on her side.
To be honest,
it never
I'm already
happened.
on
The more
it.
you
Like, just from hearing the case, like-
I'll be on her side as in shut up about it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, Doc. You haven't
I
seen
feel
her videos.
bad about her.
She's attacking us.
Well, it's like you just said. they're trying to maintain the clout that he has. How many followers did he have? 1 point something million?
This is the sad part.
That's
dude.
a revenue.
It's
And
not
this
they.
this destroys that.
they.
This destroys that.
Watch her videos on your free time. It's not
That's
they.
fucking Stockholm
She
syndrome,
doesn't know what's going on. She's looking in the video and she's literally what the dream is that he's selling. He's trying to keep his platform. She believes this is not about the platform anymore. This is the religious truth under God. She's doing no acting here is what I'm saying. This lady is not acting. She is being fooled and manipulated by a narcissist is what's going on. And she sincerely believes it. Like, if you watch her, she believes it.
It's that thing that's like the... it's like the opposite of it's like a female simp essentially, where she has like no self-respect, and so she's just kind of going with it.
Yes.
Damn, that's funny.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't have to get your hair done. Stay in the house. You don't have to do this. And while he goes out and he does what he does out in the world, but the whole platform is built off. The funniest thing is the whole platform does not work if his wife doesn't accept him, and she has the littlest role to play as far as influencing and power and what she gets to do in her own marriage.
The foundation of the
platform.
platform.
His whole platform is based off, my wife loves me because I do these things and treat her this way. But he doesn't. So he has to convince her that I am treating you this way. And that's the trick and that's the danger.
Not that I am, that I will, now at least.
That I have been up until now. This is how much he's gonna. This is how much of a liar he is. He's gonna say, I was good. I fell short for a small period of time, then I got back on. There's no continuation of the sin.
The redemption journey.
Well, if she does have self-respect, as soon as that door closed, man, she probably was just like, I fucking own you now. I'll play the role. I fucking own you. Like, as soon as...
I thought it was like that after this video. She comes back and she doesn't even have her own Instagram, first off. So
she made an Instagram.
She made an Instagram and she went on the Shade Room, which is a popular social platform. And she goes there in camouflage and a military beret.
What if... And that's why I feel bad for her. We're just witnessing a mental breakdown.
That's
she's
what I'm saying.
Like, I'm trying to
she's the victim here completely. Completely. But he has her defending him, thinking she's not the victim. That's the wildest verbal jutsu. I don't know how he did it, but she's literally standing in front of their marriage saying, no, you guys are wrong. We have worked through this. We have did this. This man is not how you guys see him.
So let me press you guys with
I'll pray for this.
Let me press you guys with a question. Do you think, like, within Christianity, you're not allowed to break the bond because it's sacred, you know? And so she's clearly getting information from, not information, but like guidance from her pastors and stuff like that. Do you think that is influencing her decision in this?
100%. And I think the pastor's on his side because he probably pays tithe there.
I don't know.
10% is big.
I don't know.
Derrick Jaxn, and also, let me show you how greedy people are. I'm the pastor. One, I'm gonna tell her to stay with him because they attend my church. They're offering, they're giving, whatever they do or bring to the church is beneficial for me and my platform. And two, what if I'm the pastor who kept Derrick Jaxn and his wife together? What does that do for me? What does that do for my book?
A lot of good things.
I could single-handedly almost take his platform from him. There's so much like this lady, dude. Religion sometimes, bro.
I said this before in a comment with you the other day, because I'm Christian also, but I'm wary of the Christians who rely on Christianity to a fault. They don't rely on God; they rely on the Christianity, if that makes sense. And I would argue there's a difference.
You know what's funny about that? I apply it to Christians, but I also apply it to
other religions for sure. But
no, politics.
Oh yeah, okay.
People who rely on the Constitution verbatim,
or just their party affiliation,
verbatim. Yeah,
these people represent me as a Republican, represent me as a Democrat. They should know, but it's like,
it's more nuanced.
It's more nuanced than that.
Man, yeah, this is a narcissist. He did his thing. I don't know how he makes it out of this.
He should be ruined, in my opinion. Like
he
just doesn't.
He just doesn't.
Look, I'm sorry.
He doesn't see anything wrong.
Yeah. He's just going through the motions right now. Damage control. Yeah, dude, this guy's something. Yeah, just.
I'm pretty
He's
sure he
attacked
took a
Kevin
huge hit,
Samuel.
though.
He's
He
attacked
has to. I'd be mad if he
Kevin
doesn't.
Samuel. He's attacked Charlamagne the God. He's attacked Lil Duval. He's attacked men who have come out and been honest about their cheating and changed their ways, which is a big part of Charlamagne the God's whole thing. Is I used to cheat, and now I found like I don't want to embarrass my wife. He said the last time I cheated was October 2016. He says it all the time, and he attacked this man. I don't know why she would accept him back. I don't know why she would. He's not shit.
So are you not shit now by the same logic? What are you trying to say there, Doc?
Well, I was actually thinking about Charlamagne because he is really open about it. He'll even say like the days that he was wild. There's footage of him being wild. So he's pretty open. So I'm kind of wondering what Charlamagne sees in him that he's disgusted by. Like whether it's the act and he's seeing himself again, and he's disgusted by it, or if he truly sees something different that man is kind of like the Lil Nas thing, where it's just like he's directly starting at children to build his way up as opposed to adults and trying to get in there.
I don't think Charlamagne is based off the stuff that I've seen him speak on it a couple times. I don't think Charlamagne, even Lil Duval, who's literally probably his arch nemesis, he's been just posting memes. Like everybody's just posting memes and making jokes of it. Nobody actually hates him for cheating. Men don't hate men for cheating. We don't. It's not naturally a thing we do.
Because
we hated him
understand
for
the temptation
what he did
that
to
cheating
men
is.
that cheated. And so now, should he be given the same forgiveness that he denied? He told men that there are relationships that probably
His whole
ended
platform, right? Yeah. So
because he told the woman not to forgive. Don't forget your crown. That was the name of one of his books. Don't forget your crown. And so, like, what if Charlamagne's wife took that advice?
what if his wife,
Took that
Jackson,
advice.
Derrick Jaxn's wife takes that advice?
And so Charlamagne's the whole thing was, you don't
I
judge.
feel bad for this woman. What's she supposed to do? Because based off her man, his advice, the way of life, the man you chose, his advice is you're supposed to dump these type of men. You're supposed to leave them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now she's choosing to defend him to the degree that you've described. It's
The things she
Dude,
has
if it
to
happens
mentally
again,
This is
accept to
plat-
go with this
this is
would
plat-
break her.
You honestly, Doc brings up the crazy point. Yeah, if this happens again, dude, from what you said, she's
Yeah, like
No,
if
she's
she's
snapping.
mind warped enough, man. Like you don't know.
She's
it's a
snapping.
Time bomb. You don't know what's gonna happen if you do it again.
And look at his face, dog.
yeah, dude. I
Oh.
really don't. Yeah, this face right here.
There's-
This
there's
freeze.
No, if you just watch a little bit of the clip, just watch his mouth talking. There's just no emotion. He's trying to control everything. He's just like Doc said, damage control, complete damage control.
All right.
Speaking of relationships,
Yeah, speaking of relations, let's move on to the next. What did you got, Doc?
Oh, I was gonna say, that was an interesting thing. The whole men don't judge other men for cheating. To an extent, I don't. I was just wondering. To me, like when I do judge another man for cheating, it's usually because of the level of destruction.
context.
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
It's context.
Yeah.
but it's never the like. We
It's the
understand
length of it,
temptation.
how-
and
yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
like if you were malicious in your cheating.
Yeah.
If you were, but that's we're men because we're like that. We're zeroing in on the maliciousness, and so we'll be like, dude, okay, you cheated. We understand, but why did you?
Do it this way. Why'd you
Why
have to
did
do
you-
that?
Or,
Why'd
like,
you do
dude,
this?
you got kids. What the hell? Like,
Exactly. Exactly. But
because
we
I've
still,
seen like guys cheat and the girl's just like, I'm out, and I'm like, yeah, she's better for it, or like, she's strong, like, oh yeah,
100%.
and I'm just like, I'm still friends with the guy or whatever.
Exactly.
But like,
exactly. That was my point.
but usually
That
when I
was my
see a
point.
man like cheat and leave his kids, I'm like, dude, you're a piece
You're
of
wild.
shit.
Yeah.
You're a piece of fucking
Yeah.
shit. But see, then you have to say leave his kids. That's what I'm saying.
'Cause it's not the cheating, it's that he left the kids.
It's the cheat. Like you just said, the perfect example is you're still friends with the guy. Like I could completely see a girl and a guy dating or whatever, and I'm friends with the guy and he cheats, and the girl's like, "Fuck you." Da da da. I'm like, yeah, that's fucked up, but I can't blame you for leaving. Like if she's asking me or whatever, I'm like, just do whatever you feel is best. I can't blame you for leaving her. Da 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 da. But then my homie, I'm gonna console him like, bro, I know it hurts, my boy. I know it hurts.
You got
And
caught up,
you got
bro.
Caught up,
You
bro.
got caught
You
up.
just gotta learn from it. But it's gonna be like a love. Like it's gonna be like a grow from this. Like I'm not judging you. And what he
It comes
did,
from a place of understanding because, like,
no understanding. He put himself on a pedestal. And boy, oh boy, Boy, he should have known that type of pedestal got shark infested.
But he's cheated before. There's no way this like he's yeah. I'm about to say this man's is probably a serial cheater, dude.
Watch.
The level of manipulation and deceit in this. I'm sorry, dude. This guy is.
He's evil.
I don't want to say it. I was trying to be extreme, but yeah, dude. Like masking as a guru with the racial relationship advice, but he's really giving the worst advice possible, and he's actually the worst person as an avatar for this. Like,
it just made me think of.
Let's move on from this. This guy's making me mad.
Let me say this: the last real deception in here,
because it's not even cheating; it's the manipulation and all this.
He's not as religious as his wife.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know that, but that's interesting if that's true.
So he wants her to lean into her religion for his benefit.
Is he religious though?
She knows he's dangerous at this point now.
He's dangerous. But I'm saying the whole relationship. He's go to church. Yeah, listen to that man of God. Yeah, don't cheat. Yeah, yeah, be submissive. Yeah, do. He wants her to be super religious, so she's like this. Whereas he gets to wear V-necks.
All right, let's move on from this. I'm done talking about this guy. Let's talk about relationships. So apparently, there's
Let me give you the backdrop.
Yeah, go for it.
Quavo and Saweetie. They were dating for 3 years. They dated for a while. He wrote her first couple of hit songs.
Oh, she's a performer.
Yeah, she's a rapper.
I didn't know that.
He wrote his first. That's what I'm here for, my brother. He wrote the first couple of hit songs. He's been heavily involved in her career.
Gotcha.
She released that they were broken up about a week or two ago. She released it on Twitter. I'm single. She said, I'm single. There's no point in pretending. The gifts and all are fantastic, but the intimacy isn't real when it's shared with others. That was the exact words. And so all the women came, oh, I feel that. And there were relationship goals or whatever for a while. And so all the women came out and started bad-mouthing Quavo, da-da-da-da. Quavo drops a song, said, she was a sweet little thing, not a little bit turned out. He says that in the song. We don't know who she's talking.
She's a sweet little thing, but she got a little bit turned out. Okay.
And so they're saying they're beefing, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden TMZ releases this video. So this is everybody's already blaming Quavo. He's a cheater. He's abusive, emotionally abusive to her. And so, boom, this video comes out.
All right. There's no audio doc, so just watch it.
Oh, I saw this video actually today, ironically.
And then the rest of it's pretty much them just staying in the elevator now until they get back up to the original floor.
And if you look at the box, it's a Call of Duty box. That is a gamer. It's his games. It's his games.
His games, game console.
And the original video footage that was released, the first part where she swings at him isn't captured because of the frame rate or the framework. Or
I'm doing it right now. You can kind of see right here, like boom, the arm goes back and then swings it. You can see her swings. She cocked back and then swings. I don't know if it landed or not.
No, she missed. Quavo.
I made the joke that it didn't look like a punch. It looked like a tire claw.
Yeah. And she probably would have did some damage with those nails. But the funny thing is,
back.
Yeah, he pulled back quick.
So watch the video and tell me what you guys see.
What do you mean? I just seem like they're fighting over. What I see is a woman upset with her man, and she's releasing, unfortunately, that frustration out physically, exactly. And it's trying to clearly through here take his Xbox while also trying to hit him and grab on him. And he's just not having it and just wants his stuff and gets dragged into the elevator and pushes her off him, and then the elevator shuts and he's stuck in there with her. That's what I see.
Now let the whole video play out.
No, I mean that's the video. Then
I want to hear what Doc sees.
Oh, Doc, what do you see?
Yeah, I see the swipe, and then he kind of goes in there. He's fighting more so over the boxes than fighting her. Like he's trying to get control of the boxes instead of like get control of her, and she ends up just kind of throwing herself off to the side. She gets hurt.
Yeah. And it looked like she kind of, I agree with that. Like she threw herself
for a minute. She stays on the ground, and it's showing the end of the video.
She stays on the ground the whole time until
this
they finally
part's
get
weird,
back
man,
up.
because the door opens and there's a guy there, and he's just like, "What the fuck?" And then
he doesn't walk. I want to walk in there, but like, y'all got something going on here. I'm staying out of this.
Well, she's probably crying on the ground. And he's just like, "Shit, what the fuck?"
No, the funniest part was where is it? Where he right here, where he actually looks up and he notices the camera. Yeah, look. Look at that head. He's like, man.
I ain't gonna lie, because yeah, that's exactly what he was thinking. And then she gets up at the end of the video and walks out.
Yeah, then they finally get up to the original floor where they had their little fight, and then taking her sweet time getting up, though, being dramatic, and then a little limp that she caused. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. Like, she's like, that's her fault.
Okay, so right now, there are a few celebrity men who've come out to defend Quavo.
It's a losing battle. Why would they?
But everybody, the consensus of this video was this is a video. We just watched a video of him abusing her physically.
Oh, no way. I disagree with that
That's
completely.
literally what's going on right now.
He didn't abuse her. What was the abusive part? That would be my question.
And so everybody went to the video, and now there's like an small contingency of, I was expecting to see
him punching her.
WWE
like,
and
an aggressive ass push, if not punching her. Like, there's some pushes men do where it's like, bro, you put the little oomph behind that push. You didn't need to do all that.
So with context, she threw a punch at him first.
Saw it. Yep.
She had his belongings.
Yep.
Which we know because she doesn't play Call of Duty.
Do we know that? I don't know that.
She does not Twitch stream.
So as far as we know through that.
She didn't play Call of Duty. And if she plays Call of Duty, she probably wouldn't have that version and box set.
Or should have a little bit of respect for the console, I would argue. Like, you just don't do that.
And then you just know it's games because it's the Call of Duty box and a book bag. That book bag, the way that book bag looked, it just looked like a universal. I'm putting the rest of the shit that don't fit in the console box in the book bag. Controllers, games, wires, everything is in that bag.
My issue with this is we're very, I don't know if the word is strict, but we have no problem addressing when men lose it in a relationship and then point it out and say, this is bad, don't do this. Like the bad characteristics men have when it comes to their involvement in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
What about women? Clearly, there are so many instances in that video where it's like she was mad at him and she expressed that anger in all the wrong ways, but we don't address it. Like, I don't want to go on a rant here, but women have no problems when they get mad with a man in a relationship hitting him.
At all.
There's no problem in their mind of laying a hand on him. I'm angry with you, so therefore I'm justified in hitting you. Like, why is that okay for women, but I gotta find a way to, because I was not okay for men. I don't mean in that way. It's just, it's not okay for both parties.
Yeah, it's
okay. So I just want to share some of the
then trying to take his things to get back at him too, like, oh, you made me mad, so I'm gonna take your Xbox and do God knows what you can imagine with blah blah blah. It's like
they said Solange on the way to beat Quavo's ass.
Oh yeah.
And then somebody said, "Hey, you can't be mad at Quavo. He didn't want no violence. He just wanted to secure the loadout."
Hey, that's a good one. That was a good one.
That's funny.
That was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one.
You can see it in his face too, man, in the video where he's just like, "Oh man, like,
yeah,
okay,
when he looked at,
like,
yeah,
fuck, like, come on."
Boosie came out and said, "Quavo did not abuse Salty. Look at the video. I agree with Trouble. She lost the tug of war."
No, I really feel like her goal the entire time was to get him on the elevator, to embarrass him and get him on the elevator. Cause I feel like she knew there's a camera. Everyone knows there's cameras on elevators. Like,
I just see her as toxic. I see her as toxic now.
I feel like
she's knowingly knowing. She knows that video as it come out. First off, there's been plenty of opportunities for her to come out and say, "Okay, guys, we're working on this internally," or not even just the video about the relationship. The way she put it out was. The way she ended the relationship was to embarrass him. The intimacy isn't when you share it with everybody else. Da, da, da. She wanted women to come and say, "Hey, girl, you're powerful. You're da 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 da." And this, I'm not gonna lie, this may be a little bit more bias showing.
She wanted the peanut gallery.
He's already written hits for her. You owe a large portion of your success to your career to Quavo. Okay, so now you have a platform. Now you get big. Now you don't necessarily need him to keep existing. Now, the leverage is, well, what can I do on my own? And in my opinion, she tries to get the women, like, and I'm not even talking about this video. I'm talking about just period. With the way she came out, like, oh, he cheated, da, da, da. She wants the clout from the damaged woman clout, the cheated on woman clout. And so when this video comes out, she knows she could say something about this.
I'm curious what the fight was about. I feel like that's some context we should.
Whatever happened, she tried to
leave
with her shit.
to the fucking games than he does her.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
About it, or he escapes her bullshit from like through the games. You know what I mean? Like if he's having trouble with her and stuff like that, he's just like, I'm just gonna play these games because everything's okay here. No, I don't have to deal with this crap. So she's attacking what's probably the source of his escapism, and
she wouldn't
she's
take
trying
it if
to,
it wasn't
stop
that.
it.
She wouldn't take the games if it wasn't important.
With that though, like, because
how much attention do you want?
Yeah, it's an attention thing where it's just like, okay, so like part of the current zeitgeist and the vibes in, I guess, in our country, I don't know if all around the world, but it's like men are shit, right? So like they're just pigs. All they want to do is sleep with women, and it's like, cool, okay, so if I'm naturally bad, then I need to take that sexual drive and put it somewhere else. So I'll play video games. Oh, now you're mad that like I'm doing this more than if I like happen to have a woman and I'm doing this more.
Doing what
you know
want,
what I mean? And it's just like it's confusing. Like what the fuck do we do? Like,
yeah.
Like,
how do I win?
I've been actually hearing some stuff like that, where like I was seeing some polls that were being taken that like men are not dating as much anymore and they're choosing just to play video games.
I mean, that tests our little friend group a little bit.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, for one, I don't want to get corona, but like, but it's just like, dude, like I don't know if in 20 years I'll be accused of raping somebody. Like, fuck, man, I'm tippy-toeing. Like, it's weird. I thought I'd be okay from that, just being a genuine person, but now I'm not too sure because it's just like people might misconstrue a post from 20 years ago or
misconstrue your simple gesture of putting your hand on a girl's back to help her guide through the bar when it's crowded and a bunch of guys are trying to get up on her.
But see, that's kind of my my thing, where it's like I genuinely think chivalry is like on a fucking last heartbeat.
I think it's dead.
It's going to lead into something like this, where the rise of feminism and transgenderism is starting to blur the line. Because the whole point, like I've said before, was that chivalry was a code of ethics for men because women were perceived to be frail. So if that's no longer the case, then we're going to see more men lash out against women, and people are going to be like, hey, this is equal. Like, you're meeting me on my level, like in this form, then we're going to meet on this level. And so it's going to start to blur it. And
it's interesting you say that because we've addressed this before, I feel like on our previous podcast, I think. And that is, and I think even Jordan Peterson addressed in one of his discussions, is when there's an underlying aggression when it comes to men dynamics. Whenever guys are talking or strangers or friends,
you're talking about my punch in the face theory.
Exactly. Like, there's always that knowing that somewhere in this conversation, if it goes south, we're fighting. And if women want to be viewed on equal terms as men, you got to accept that that's a dynamic that you're putting yourself in amongst men, that we always address each other with the assumption that if I don't show you mutual respect off the get-go, we might fight.
And it's a cake and eat it thing, too, because it's like,
that probably sounds bad.
No, you're right, though. It's a cake and eat it thing, too, because, like, as girls, they learn men shouldn't hit women, right? So they keep that rule.
Yes.
But then, everywhere else, we're equal. So it's like, that's the line that Doc's talking about getting blurred. It's definitely going to get blurred. Yeah, but the snake has to eat itself. It has to.
I also think that, like, not all women are against the traditional roles. Like some women like the idea that chivalry is a thing. You know what I mean? They like it.
I'll be honest with you.
And so,
I'll be honest with you. I've opened the door for a bitch. Man, damn near jumped my bones right there. If she like it, it's on and popping. You don't have to do much.
I've had the opposite effect because I do that. When I go on dates, I actually try to open up the doors, the car doors, the restaurant doors. Like, I try to open up the doors. I've actually been made fun of for doing that.
Yeah.
So I stopped
on a date
doing
for real, bro?
Yeah. Well, not on the date itself. It was after the fact. The girl was saying, "You actually do that, blah blah blah," and so that's kind of weird, blah blah blah. And I forgot what she was saying specifically. I just remember her addressing it and me being like, "Wow, okay, well then I guess I'm gonna stop doing that."
Did you pay for the food?
Of course I did.
Did she have a problem with that?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
But the thing I want to get to is, that's happened to me. That's why I stopped doing it. And then I had an interaction where because I didn't do it, a girl actually brought up to me, "You're not going to open my door for me?" Oh shit! I thought
they want both.
Yeah,
it's really confusing.
They want to be able to,
especially
they want to be able to critique
people,
whichever you do.
People. Like,
that's it.
Because I honestly like my natural way of doing it is not to open the door. Like I'm just be like, yeah, you got yours, like you got it, you're fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, living with my sister would be like, you little fucking bastard, like you need to learn some manners, like open the door for girls and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, cool. So I got it trained into me, and it from there, like it does cause confusion because you can't figure out what you want to do. I think honestly, you
The
just got.
My rule is
messaging
not to rush.
All kinds of mess.
My rule is not to rush. So like, if the door and you are too close, and I'm not gonna make it, I'm not gonna rush to make it. But if I beat you to the door, I'm not gonna close it in front of you.
I'm not
I
gonna
do
lie,
do
though.
this
It's
thing
kind
where I
of
open the
sexy
door
when she like just stops at the door
and
I'm
wait
just
for you
like,
to open it.
Shit.
She got a little class.
Yeah, I was like, this is my turn. Like, I was like, damn, she set me up. Like, it's kind of, I find it kind of attractive.
No, it low-key is. Like, that's why when the girl who got mad at me for not opening the door, I actually found that attractive. It threw me off. Like, she checked me to the point where it's like, oh, snap.
And that's an opportunity for an excellent dad joke. What you're supposed to do is when she stops in front of the door, you get behind her and wait in line. Nah, we were waiting for somebody to open the door together, right? That's what I'm playing. But nah, I'm trying to tell you, when
You do
women
some shit like that,
I
though.
really do some shit. But nah, when women like that shit, they like it. But I don't know how to explain it. But it's just they want their cake and they want to eat it too. So if they can complain about it, they'll complain about it. We're just the inferior right now. We just have to. The only way we get it back is by force, and it sounds crazy, but men are just literally gonna have to not be forceful in tact, but forceful in
Well, I was about to say,
in their expression of
okay, I was about to
themselves.
say, I would argue that's Kevin Samuels.
100%.
Because I heard of Kevin Samuels, and he was interesting. And I don't disagree with a lot of the stuff he says, but I do disagree with the way he goes about getting the
100%.
point across. I just find it too combative, too confrontational, too forceful, like you say.
Mm-hmm.
And he hides behind the notion of I'm just speaking the truth. It's like you can speak the truth,
But there's some aggression.
but there's some it's like you got a past that you're low key letting leak a little bit.
Got heart broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel that.
I think the clash is just gonna happen, man. Like videos like these are gonna come out. Like it's like you said, like if women get comfortable being like, oh, they can't fight back, and they just keep leaking, and men keep showing the recordings and stuff like that, then eventually a group of people will be like, hey, we're taking it too far.
But this is what's funny with women. They have this ability to look at this and not see what happened, and that's what I'm scared about. Because women are looking at the same video and saying this is abuse. So what do we do with that impasse? We can't explain that. Look at the video.
I really don't know where the abuse is, honestly.
Yeah,
That's how do I have the conversation?
Himself back.
I agree. Most men are holding themselves back in that situation.
Why, Gene?
Because it's irritating to deal with that. Someone in your face yelling at you, putting their hands on you. As a man, that is extremely triggering. Like, don't put your hands on me. Don't get in my personal space. Like,
What would you do if
imagine
you're a
if
woman?
another man did that to you. You're instantly fighting.
If a woman did
You
that
can
to a
see it in
woman-
his eyes, dude. You can see the conflict of like, I can't get to you, but so I'm gonna get to the object that I'm trying to protect. And even when she goes down and he's just looking at her, you can see him. He's just like, I can't
He didn't
do
touch her.
anything in this situation except just like let you be you
Mm-hmm.
right
He
now.
didn't touch her.
And he's, yeah.
I think you're absolutely right, and I think that BU we saw. I think the most revealing BU part was her staying on the ground.
She was trying to take advantage of the situation.
She would turn to Peter Griffin.
She realized in the moment that he retaliated. We're on.
Man, dude, he probably looked at that other guy in the elevator and just had these eyes like, save me, bro. Like, get me
I was just right. I
fuck,
looked at him and
just
did
save
this,
me,
like,
bro.
what do you want to do, bro? Like, I don't know. Like, she on the floor, like my Xbox.
Honestly speaking, too, as normally when people have been in the spotlight for a long time and they don't have anything similar like that on their record or anything like that, I normally try and give them a little bit of benefit of the doubt. And the reason why I say that is he looked up at the camera, but he wasn't surprised. And so he
it was a
felt
moment of coming back to reality. Like,
he
in the
wasn't-
moment, it was, I guess, a bunch of.
But he never lost his cool either. So, like, it says that
This might be my bias, but I
he was
believe
right.
men are grown up with being taught how to control themselves. Even though some people disagree, but more so toward our anger.
Mhm.
Men are, well, maybe I'll speak for myself. When I was raised, I was weird to control yourself when it comes to your anger. Because I do have some anger problems, I'm not going to lie, and I had to grow up and learn how to deal with that. And I feel like that's pretty universal when it comes to men because we are more prone to violence. We are. Hence why I said earlier how when it comes to dialogue between men, there's that underlying notion of this might break into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Men are raised more so than girls are to control themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's
anger
just
part, like you said.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. No, you're absolutely right. And I just think the part when she stayed on the ground, she knew how it would look. Like the him doing what he did in front of the camera, and I feel like he went in that elevator with a sense of like, I know I'm not wrong. Like, I don't care how this looks.
I mean, he wasn't doing anything wrong anyway.
You get what I'm saying? But he was like, there was almost like a confidence, like, and I'm not gonna touch everything he did other than like touch her, which you don't want to touch anybody just because it looks bad on camera. But he couldn't help it. He was trying to retrieve his items. He was being robbed.
What is he supposed to do then? My question then is, we got to end it soon. It's already past an hour. But my question then is, if a woman is literally beating you, what are you supposed to do? I'm not asking like, do I get to lay hands on her? Like genuinely speaking, when I'm in a situation with a woman and she is with all her might and will laying hands on me, what do I do then as a man in your view? And I'm not speaking to you. I mean to the people out there.
There's no proper answer.
What do I do?
There's no proper answer
because I can't hit her, obviously, because men can't hit girls, and I do agree with that to an extent.
There's nothing.
But
you
then,
can
how
do.
do I defend myself?
There's
She's
nothing you can
beating
do.
me.
There's nothing you can do.
Or she's stealing from me.
There's nothing you can
like,
do.
what do I do?
The reason there's nothing you can do is because it's unpredictable. Because you have one person using all of their might. When you have one person, I don't care what all their might is, your reaction to that, there's just no predicting what's going to happen. So she's using all her might. If I dodge, she may trip and hit herself. She may fall and hit her head.
Well, that clearly happened in the video. Like, she was using all her might to get that Xbox from his hands.
And that's when you get hurt.
Spitting and tumbling, and she clearly
so
fell
there's
hurt
no
herself
proper
to a degree.
situation for a man to be in like that. And that's why I said it sucks.
Isn't that a problem?
Yes. And that's why I said it sucks for him because he knew, he basically said, I have to walk up to this line knowing how it's going to look with me walking up to this line and walk back. With that line being, we are going to be in a physical tussle, but I'm not going to harm her. I'm not going to touch her. He didn't even look like he cursed or yelled at her. His mouth wasn't even moving aggressively.
It was a blurred video. You can't really tell. But
No, I mean, like, body...
To the degree that she was probably yelling.
Nobody's cursing at somebody and just...
Yeah.
Nonchalantly in the elevator looking around. I'm cursing you. You stupid. I'm looking at you. And none of that was taking place. Meaning he had to make those decisions. He was making sound decisions the whole time. One person was not in that elevator.
I think that's the truth right there. You just got to make sound decisions. Because I'll be honest, like in my training, like since I do like kickboxing and all that stuff, I've sparred against women, and I've been beaten to shit by women too that are just far better than me. But I've also
wrestled women.
Yeah, like sometimes I've also gone against women that I'm just like, I have complete power. Like I know I could just do whatever I want. You know what I mean? I've also been in certain sparring situations where the woman's more aggressive than I am, and she's kind of antagonizing me to be more aggressive because she wants more out of the situation. Because it's a weird setting because you're both trying to get better at what you want to do, and if the other person's holding back, and you're trying to get better, and especially if you notice that they're holding back against you, you want them to come out more. And so like usually going up against girls, I still have that mentality of like I shouldn't do this, so I kind of take more time and caution to feel my way into it. And then sometimes you just fight like really aggressive women who are just like, oh, okay, cool, like we can go out and stuff like that. But you definitely have to stay sound in the entire situation and just kind of do your best to walk you through it. Because just to go with the same experience, like I remember this person was like, why are you hitting so light? Like, well, come on, like I'm trying to like learn this, I'm trying to practice. And I was like, oh, like I'm actually doing a disservice to you. So I went harder, and then I rocked her leg, and she was like, hey, my leg's done, like please stop. And I was like, oh, okay. And like there's just like a dynamic in it. But even though the other person's kind of losing it or they're trying to draw more out of you, you just have to stay sound. And that's kind of it.
Absolutely. And I think that's dope too. What you just said was actually a healthy example of it, because you're trying to help her. Like, you're trying to help her, and you're not trying to insult her. You're trying to grow together, so you're allowing her.
Give her that warrior's respect.
There's some room for understanding. For even if you accidentally hit her too hard, there's room for understanding based on the context of, I'm trying to help you.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that's a good point to leave it on. All right, y'all. I think that's enough fake deep thinking for today. Make sure you follow our Twitter page at Podcast FDT. Make sure you also check out our YouTube page, Fake Deep Thinking.
Take
Leave a
escalators.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. See you next time on Fake Deep Thinking. Peace.
In Jesus' name.
Peace.
I pray. Amen.